And let's bring in now meteorologist KJ Jacobs. So KJ's in Davidson right now, live in Davidson, where the National Weather Service surveyed that damage. So KJ, can you give us some perspective on how these storms were able to cause all of this damage? Because, I mean, what we're seeing where you are, it's extensive.
Carolyn, take a look behind me. You can see this tree is snapped in half. The National Weather Service says this was due to a straight line wind event. We're talking winds 60, 70, even 80 miles per hour. Now, while I was with the National Weather Service survey team today, they gave me a really good idea of how they determined if it was a tornado or a straight line wind event. For starters, they go to areas that they issued a tornado warning for, and they also take into consideration, they use the enhanced Fujita scale. We're talking about wind gusts for an EF0 at 65 to 85 miles per hour. Those are the parameters used when we're looking at a tornado event. Now, most of the damage sustained from yesterday's storm event came from straight line winds. We're talking about winds on one particular area moving in one particular direction, and that is the case in this neighborhood. The damage sustained, other tree damage, homes damaged by trees, are on one side of Pine Road here in northern Mecklenburg County. So that's what we have seen surveying the damage in this particular area, and that is the case for much of Mecklenburg County. So let's listen in to Tricia Palmer from the National Weather Service.
Because we were able to see so close to the ground and we saw those really strong velocities, and the way we look at a storm from the radar, we actually weren't able to see directly into the storm. So the velocities were sort of at a slightly different angle. So it was actually probably slightly stronger winds through that area. So we were probably looking at between 70 and 80 mile per hour winds in that just that little peak of that storm right through this area.
And in this case, we're talking about winds some 230 feet near the surface. And to give you some perspective, we're talking just slightly above some of the trees in our neighborhoods. So that's how those winds were transported down to the ground. And straight line wind events can happen in various ways. A lot of times you hear us, and very commonly here in the Charlotte area, we deal with microbursts and macrobursts. So those are the type of straight line wind events we typically see here. And it's so important to know that severe thunderstorms can produce winds equally as strong as what you get from a tornado. Reporting live in northern Mecklenburg County, I'm meteorologist KJ Jacobs, WCNC Charlotte.
KJ, thanks so much for all of that important information.